Hey everyone, this is Gary, and welcome back to a new episode of Tech and Food Reviews. Today we are going to be looking at an electric kettle called the Corvo EKG, made by the company Fellow. Open it up, and first thing is little graphic here. Thank you, fellow coffee lover. That side here is the safety and instructions guide, and then the feature and brew guide, and a little sticker. Okay, we'll open up the top box, and we've got some plastic. We'll open this first here. We have the base. We've got the baseboard where the kettle pot will go. This will be the temperature gauge, and then the knob is the adjuster, and then the prong plug. Here we've got some plastic covering the lid. This is plastic lid, and then the bottom side is stainless steel. And then we've got the kettle itself. So here we've got matte black. It's got a plastic handle with a little rubber grip right here. And the inside is also stainless steel. So on the bottom here, we've got the baseboard, the electrical, which goes to the base. And that's it. Okay, to start things off, we're going to go over the specs. Again, like I mentioned, this is an electric kettle. It is a 1200 watt kettle, 120 volts. There is a variable temperature control on the front of the base. On the right, you will see a dial where you can set the temperature anywhere from 135 degrees Fahrenheit up to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Calculated in Celsius, that's 57 to 100 degrees. On the left side, you will see a LED screen which will indicate what temperature your kettle's at and what temperature you set your kettle to. On the back of the base, there are two switches. One is the hold switch. This will allow you to maintain a certain temperature that you want it set at for up to 60 minutes. So if you wanted to set it up to, let's say, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, if you have that hold switch on, boil it up to 200. Once it's done, you pour yourself a glass of tea and stick it back onto the base. It will maintain the temperature of the water at 200 degrees for up to 1 hour. On the other side of the back is the Fahrenheit and Celsius control, so whichever you guys prefer, feel free to change it your way. The kettle is made of stainless steel. It weighs in at 2.69 pounds, and it can hold up to 0.9 liters of water. If you open up the top, you will actually see inside there is a max fill line. If you exceed that max fill line, just be warned, it may boil over. So that's it for the specs. Let's see how well this kettle performs. Okay, so we're going to check out the performance, seeing how long it takes to heat up from 81 degrees Fahrenheit up to our hold temperature of 212 degrees. This is in real time up until 10 seconds, and we're going to speed it up 800%. So we're coming up on 1 minute. We're at about 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Next is the 2 minute mark, and we're at about 180 degrees Fahrenheit, so it does heat up very quickly. At the 3 minute mark, we're already at 210 degrees Fahrenheit. Just another couple degrees, takes roughly about 20 more seconds, giving us a final time of 3 minutes 20 seconds. Next, we're going to take a look at how it pours. Looking at the spout, it's a very easy spout to pour, no leakage. The spout pours very easily, very smoothly into a cup. Now when you put it back on the base, as you can see, it does reheat back up to your hold temperature. So we are back at the 212 degree mark. And it's kind of holding at 210, 211 to 212. Okay, so my final thoughts on the kettle. I like it. I like that the build is very nice. Having a stainless steel kettle it's a nice feature. It's a very modern design. Handle feels very nice to hold. It's not too heavy. Like I mentioned, it's only 2.69 pounds. The plastic itself feels a little cheaper, to be honest. They do make wooden handle ones, which are a little bit more expensive. The base itself, it's a very basic base, to be honest. There's nothing special about it. It's nice to have an LED screen. The dial is very smooth. But again, the plastic on the base feels very cheap. Like the switches on the back for the Fahrenheit and Celsius and the hold switch feels like it could have been done better. It doesn't feel that great. But overall, I do like the kettle itself. It does heat up the water very quickly, which is a nice feature. Having that hold switch actually is a very nice feature too, since if you want to keep that water at a certain temperature, it'll hold it there for 60 minutes, like I mentioned. The overall design, I think, the look of the kettle is very modern. It's very good looking. It's very appealing to look at. I wish the base would have been a little better though, and the plastic materials could have been changed. That's it for this one. Thanks all for watching, and tune in next week for another review. Bye!